All right, buckle up, because this one still keeps me from taking night runs, if I can help it. Imagine this: 3:17 a.m., somewhere on I-80 in western Nebraska. Pitch black, no moon, just your high beams carving a tunnel through nothing. You're the only soul for 50 miles, radio's gone to static, and out of nowhere, your CB crackles, but nobody's talking. It's just breathing, slow, wet breathing, like someone's holding the mic right up to their mouth. You key up. "Breaker, who's this?" Dead silence. Then the breathing gets closer, louder, until it feels like it's inside the cab with you. Before I go any deeper, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because I've got way too many stories like this one, and you're going to want to hear what's coming next. My name's Ray. Been hauling freight across the lower 48 for 23 years. I've seen every kind of weird the road can throw at you, but nothing comes close to the stretch between North Platte and Sydney on Old 80. Truckers call it the Quiet Mile. Nobody knows exactly where it starts or ends, just that your radio dies, your phone drops to no service even though you had 4 bars a second ago, and the air gets heavy, like the night itself is pressing down on the windshield. This happened back in October 2019. I was running a load of frozen beef out of Omaha, headed for Salt Lake. Easy money, 2-day run, nothing special. I grabbed a coffee at the Loves in North Platte around 1 a.m., feeling good. Classic rock on the Sirius, cruising at 72 miles per hour. Sky was clear, stars looked close enough to touch. Normal night. Then, right around mile marker 168, everything went quiet. Not just the radio. My engine noise dropped, like someone turned the volume knob on the whole world. Even the tire hum on the asphalt disappeared. I glanced at the tach, still showing 1500 RPM, but I couldn't hear the Detroit anymore. Freaked me out a little, but I figured maybe I blew an eardrum or something stupid. That's when the temperature in the cab plummeted. I'm not talking a little chilly. I'm talking my breath fogged instantly. The steering wheel had frost on it. I still had the bunk heater cranked because it had been 28 degrees outside when I left the truck stop. Now it felt like the inside of a freezer. I reached to kill the bunk heater, thinking it glitched into Arctic mode. And that's when I saw her. A woman standing in the middle of the right lane. No reflectors, no flashlight, no reason anyone should be out there. Just a pale shape in my headlights, maybe 200 yards ahead. I slammed the brakes, 14 wheels locked up, ABS chattering like crazy, and somehow managed to stop 20 feet short of her. She never flinched, just stood there, dead center of the lane, staring straight at me. She looked young, maybe early 20s, long black hair hanging flat like it was wet, barefoot, wearing a thin white nightgown that the wind wasn't touching. The wind wasn't touching anything. No grass moving on the median, no tumbleweeds, nothing. Just her. I laid on the horn. Nothing. No sound came out. My air horns are 152 decibels. They'll set off car alarms a quarter mile away. Dead silence. I grabbed the CB mic. "Hey, sweetheart, you okay? You need help?" She tilted her head slow, like she was listening to something I couldn't hear. Then she started walking toward the truck. Not fast, just steady steps, barefoot on the frozen asphalt. I should have seen blood, frostbite, something, but her feet looked fine. Too pale, but fine. I threw it in reverse, started backing up, doing maybe 15 miles per hour in reverse. Stupid, dangerous, I know, but panic doesn't make you smart. She kept walking forward at the same pace, never speeding up, never slowing down. The distance between us stayed exactly the same no matter how fast I backed up, like the road was a treadmill. My phone finally showed 1 bar of service. I hit 911, got the Nebraska State Police dispatch. The trooper sounded half asleep. I started yelling, "There's a woman on the highway, mile marker 168. I almost hit her, she won't move." He asked for my location again. I looked up, mile marker 168, Same damn sign I'd passed 5 minutes ago. I hadn't moved an inch. The woman was 10 feet from my bumper now, close enough that my headlights lit up her face. She didn't have eyes, just smooth skin where eyes should be. No sockets, no scars, nothing, like a mannequin. But she was smiling, a small, polite smile, like she was waiting for me to open the door. I dropped the phone, slammed it into low, and floored it forward. I was going to go around her, shoulder, median, whatever it took. The second I turned the wheel, every light on the dash went dark. Engine quit, power steering gone. I was doing 70 with no power in the pitch black, straight at her. I braced for impact, and then I was past her. Just like that. No thud, no crunch, nothing. I looked in the mirror. She was still standing in the same spot, getting smaller, still smiling. The engine roared back to life on its own. Radio blasted Lynyrd Skynyrd so loud my ears rang. Heat blasted out of the vents like a furnace. My phone lit up with 17 missed calls from dispatch. I pulled over at the next exit, heart hammering so hard I thought I was having a heart attack. Sat there shaking until sunrise. Here's where it gets worse. I called my buddy Dale. He runs the same route. Told him the whole thing. He got real quiet, then said, "Ray, you see her face?" I said, "Yeah." He asked if she was smiling. I said, "Yeah." Then he told me about his run 2 weeks earlier. Same mile marker, same woman, same everything. Except when Dale floored it to go around her, he looked in his passenger seat a minute later, and she was sitting there, buckled in, still smiling, no eyes. He said he pulled over, jumped out, and ran into the field screaming. When he came back 20 minutes later, she was gone. But his logbook was open on the passenger seat. Someone had written in perfect handwriting on that day's page, "Thank you for the ride, Dale. See you next Tuesday." That was a Thursday. Dale hasn't driven at night since, sold his truck, took a local gig hauling gravel days only. I thought he was losing it. Figured we both had some kind of shared hypoxia hallucination or something like that. Then last year, I was scrolling through the Landline magazine forum, old truckers telling war stories, and I found a thread titled "Quiet Mile Woman." 27 different drivers, going back to 2006. Same description, same smile, same missing eyes. A couple guys said their ELDs logged them stopping for exactly 6 minutes with the engine off, but they don't remember stopping at all. One guy from Texas, goes by Big Tex 87, said he picked her up back in 2014 because he felt bad, thought she was on drugs or something. Said she sat quiet the whole time, never spoke, just stared out the windshield. When he stopped for fuel in Sydney, she was gone. But his wedding ring was sitting on the dash. He hadn't worn it in years, kept it in the glove box after his divorce. He found the ring melted into a perfect circle on the vinyl dash, like it had been heated to 1,000 degrees. I still run that route sometimes, daytime only now. But every time I pass mile marker 168, I look in the sleeper. Curtains always open, blankets always neat, and I never, ever stop. So yeah, that's why you won't catch me driving at night anymore. Not on 80. Not anywhere, if I'm being honest. Sleep tight, folks. And whatever you do, if you're ever out there alone and you see a woman in white walking the center line, keep driving. Don't look in your mirrors. And for the love of God, don't stop.